line for Void and Johnny respectively. It's going to be Void going in for one first. He's stunned up in mid-air, but he still gets the lift. He still gets Tizzy. Haxel over to get on towards Raw, and Void just drops down. Janu drops him onto the point with a Gravitic Flux. And Solmin Su able just to stay away from hydration. With that Wraith Walk, this puts the Titans back in control. And it's overtime. The Vancouver Titans are still in control. Oh, the Gravitic Flux! What goes up must come down. And that was Shaz hitting the ground. Void copping one from Haxel now, and Shortfall trying to keep things alive. It'll be a Meteor Strike onto the point with a Wrecking Ball combo, but neither get there in time.
Healer in this in terms of like just pumping out tons of healing.
Oh!
Lucio really used for the speed to try and get past some of these shields, get aggressive, and that'll be a first pickoff as Haxel goes in. That's where you see how risky Doomfist is.
If you don't hit your target with that rocket punch, Matt, you're out at sea.
And then also, I mean, you have the accretion, you have different moves, the halt. I always see a lot is like a Doomfist
with one of his own now. The Gladiators sort of corral themselves into that back corner, and we do get a sound barrier. Big Goose actually has to hit the ground from the Gravitic Flux before the ultimate works. And Solmin Su comes in with a Death Blossom. Chalk 4 up for the boy.
Now Vancouver.
It's a control map, so teams are going to play close. Meteor Strike. Solmin Su gets rid of Void. Tizzy, oh, Hydration gets him 1 for 1 though. Hydration has to trade out his life. Although the Titans have lost both their DPS players, Janu could be considered one on his own right. He can't protect himself from Shaz. Late in the fight, that Coalescence is shredding the weaker target. Void will have a chance to use Gravitic Flux if he's not picked up in the next couple of seconds, but Shawfor went and got rid of Janu. The problem was he was the only one the Gladiators really there. He pushed so far ahead, the rest of his team was still stuck in the middle of the map. And now Akshon is looking to chase and clean up the Vancouver Titans, bring the house down. Shaz crumples, and Big Goose won't last much longer. That should do it here on Busan. And the Titans start strong. Coming out for the Vancouver Titans. Akshon again goes in. It's rinse and repeat for Doomfist until you find a big kill. Solmin Su was the 1, and Shawfor was the 2. And now cleanup. Void's going to get halted upward. Hydration in trouble.
It looks like the Vancouver Titans will be able to hold on as they try and actually connect, where they use a rocket.
A ton of damage to the entire the Gladiators did. Coalescence now, Gravitic Flux going to come up. Raw thrown into the air, a little bit of extra damage to the Hyperspheres. Would have been the end of the Orisa, but Janu couldn't find it. Void's able to take Tizzy down as he lands. And now the Gladiators have a 2-player advantage. Big Goose hurls himself forward over on the point. It looks like there's a mutual knockdown between Doomfist that sealed Haxel's fate. Janu wasn't far behind. Gets rid of Twilight comfortably. Haxel misses the rocket punch. That's dangerous. He has to use Meteor Strike just to get out. Will he go to safety or try and find a kill? Looks like he drops in on where Solmin Su was. And the Death Blossom kill enabled him to win the 1v1 in the Reaper matchup. It's a 3v3 right now. Fourth is about to rejoin, but Hydration tips the scales in his team's favor.
Yeah, I was going to say you had both supports and Hydration alive for the Gladiators, and for the Titans you had Slime, Solmin Su, and Janu.
Twilight. Shields are up once more. Hydration doesn't quite connect the punch, but here comes Shawfor. He gets rid of Solmin Su again. Shawfor is dominating the Titans' DPSs in the 1-to-1.
It's just a space you create with the Doomfist. Is Twilight still hanging out here? It's a space they create with the Doomfist and
go anywhere in particular. Solmin Su tried a Death Blossom, but didn't really find any traction. The rest of the rest of the Titans, I should say, able to follow it up pretty well. Twilight, again, always likes throwing out these aggressive biotic orbs when fights start to break down and he feels like his team doesn't need extra healing. Close here. They know he's going to be there. Doesn't make it any easier to get rid of him, though. Death Blossom in that spawn door! Stay inside your room! No dessert for you either. Shawfor now going to go across the gap there, teleporting in and get aggressive on towards Tizzy, who's just trying to hold the fort. And Janu's off on that left-hand side. Gravitic Flux throws him up. Void doesn't give him a chance to get dropped down. Slime will try and contest. Meteor Strike, no. Shawfor ducks out of the way, breaks line of sight, isn't hit by the AoE damage. And Solmin Su is going to have to keep going with Tizzy here. Knocked off the payload for just long enough. The Gladiators finish! A little bit of time in the bank. Double Coalescence is coming out. That was a boot from Big Goose by the looks of things to knock the Titans away from the Orisa shield. Oh, Hydration's in trouble. He's not getting out. That could cost them.
I think he thought he was going to get over the wall and actually got caught there, so not able to make it out, but you have Void with another Gravitic Flux.
Well, never fear, because Shawfor is here, apparently. He gets rid of Tizzy, and Void removes Solmin Su from that high ground. The Gladiators look so good, and they're well on track to hit.
Those stuns, pretty massive, as You just look at Sigma's kit overall. He has everything to be a huge, impactful hero. Surefour is waiting inside, and he gets caught out.
Yeah, he does pay for it, but they still able to trade out his kill for Seomin-Soo. Still, it's going to be a problem now with Johnny with the rest of the team pushing through. Akshon back behind the shields, knock in towards Void, and the Titans will be able to take point A here. I mean, it cost them 3 minutes and 10 seconds, though. Stall. Raw supercharges down. Akshon gets to the cart. Death Blossom from Surefour. Doesn't force Akshon away. Tizzy, pile driver, meteor strike. Surefour taken down. Twilight finds another one with Bionic Orb. Are you kidding me? Tizzy is removed by Void. He's found 2. But will that be enough? Seomin-Soo pushing forward. Knocked backwards by Hydration on the Doomfist. He's also close to a meteor strike. Accretion. Seomin-Soo had to dodge the rock coming his way. Here's the strike. Seomin-Soo's down. Slime getting cut to pieces here by the coalescence from Shaz. He will fall. And the Gladiators make it interesting. But more importantly, it's a tied game now after Kings Row. The Titans suffer their first loss. Twilight going to go for the coalescence now. Everyone's lined up for him. This is kind of perfect for a Moira player. Surefour tried to access him in the back there, but he was cut down by the beam before he could make contact. And that is a defensive Bionic Orb for an out there for the extra healing, and they'll chase onto the point now. Hydration not going to last very long at all, and just a great setup, Matt, for Vancouver.
Yeah, you get the coalescence.
Tizzy's shield is up, and it is. Going to go forward now. Gravitic Flux. Akshon's forced to hang there, suspended. He's going to go back up again. Getting some airtime, this man. Trying to get rid of the Reaper, but oh dear, he realizes, yeah, Surefour has a sound barrier. Does not want to face down that target. Surefour gets caught into the hold rocket punch combo. There are so many synergies now with Orisa. Akshon just makes quick work of Surefour there. The Titans speed running this map.
It's another coalescence that comes out from Twilight as Hydration will get on the point, try and get a touch. A punch from Akshon onto Shaz knocks him away. So that would come in from Seomin-Soo and then waiting. Now he gets right up onto the bridge.
Just TP straight up and on, but he gets caught by Johnny early on. Looks like they were ready for it, the Titans, but they still lose Tizzy. Hydration's in a great position now just to work down the remainders of this team and make it a quick fight win in his team's favor, but Seomin-Soo is making it hard. Finally shuts him down. Supports. Janu is there. Janu's staying alive. Hyperspheres.
A big difference. A lot of that damage also coming with the coalescence as well, but it's huge.
Twilight's going to have another coalescence soon as well. Sound barrier came out early, so everyone's going to get dropped, and Akshon didn't have a shield to protect himself once the Gravitic Flux had actually activated. Now they're able to wash over the top of the Titans, overwhelming Tizzy. And they set up on the point here. Seomin-Soo probably just TP's out, doesn't fancy hanging around for this one.
This will be a take.
Yeah, they're flanking in from the other side. Gravitic Flux. Might have been into a meteor strike attempt. I mean, you can get a support here. It's just huge. Slime is low. Doesn't make it. Seismic Slam from Hydration doesn't quite connect, but he gets the rocket punch on Seomin-Soo anyway, 2 for 2, but Akshon finally starting to come alive. He's had a slow start in this series, but now he's a fixture. Slime here.
But you can stall this out. You're going to have the Wrecking Ball get on the point here. Tizzy will be able to contest for a little bit. Coalescence and Gravitic Flux now.
Bionic Orb coming out from Twilight, the extra damage. Gravitic Flux now being thrown to the point here, and everyone on the Titans getting all the healing they need. Oh, this has gone all wrong, but Surefour might have the chance to turn the tables here. Comes in with a Death Blossom and finds 2. Janu trying to keep him at bay with that kinetic grasp, and back behind his ultimates. Now they have both, and it's going to keep them fortified going into the later part of this fight. Akshon's an early casualty here, and so is Tizzy. Not a great sign for Vancouver. Still with support ultimates, they struggle. Still, the Gladiators take the point. No time left on the clock, but for the Gladiators, that could have been the end of the match. Fortifies and walks up in the face of Raw. Now Seomin-Soo makes a little bit of a relocation midway through the fight, forces the fade out of Shaz, and he'll try and chase down Raw now. Oh, man. That's nicely done. Not overcommitting to anything as Seomin-Soo when they get that first big pick. And I mean, from here on out, it's pretty much done. Amplification Matrix and Twilight gonna make it impossible for the Gladiators to peek out.
Yeah, and they can take that fight on the bridge because they have the Batiste, they have the Immortality field to be able to push on in.
Concussive Blast to interrupt it. Looks like it worked. I mean, you're really not waiting much longer for Surefour to come out of spawn anyway, in all fairness, but that's fine. A nice little play from Akshon, known for his Farah, by the way. One of the very best. He sends a couple rockets Surefour's way.
It's still pretty big that he breaks up the res. The res there as well.
Yeah, I mean, Akshon's the only player that can see that Immortality field.
Oh no! I was just about to say, it is a way easier to expect this.
Let's see it. I mean, they should. He's playing from here. Akshon, you think you're kidding me? He just walks up. That is fraggy Earth Shadow level from last year.
He got to shoot through, and he's got to peek into the M-Matrix.
Hey, don't worry though. Mercy's there to res. Big gravitic flux. Shaz will drop to this one, but just him. Shawfall's able to find 2 kills. Akshon and Tizzy.
Someone's on the flank.
He's flanking. Oh dear! Sominsu appears in the shadows. He got one. Boy's going to use kinetic grasp though and get the payload across the line. That only worked. In the flank, you've got plenty of ways to sneak into enemy territory, especially if the high ground's not really being contested by the Titans. It's just Akshon. Oh, he's got in there. What can he do with this? 7 kills from barrages so far for Hydration. Great here that really hurt the shot. Wakani field down. Twilight follows soon after. Now that was very quick, wasn't it? Look at that push in. Janu tries to keep his team alive here with a gravitic flux, but there's no follow-up, and that ultimate just doesn't do enough on its own. 1 minute 20 on the clock here. The Gladiators are sailing home, and they get there.
Line of sight from the bash.
This will give Akshon an advantage in the DPS head-to-head, though. There's not much that Shawfall and Hydration can do to interact with him. Or anyone, really, for that case. You saw that attempted an accretion connection on Akshon. He is going to take this game away. He's just going to rob the Gladiators blind if they don't counter him.
You lose Roar again, though. I mean, Roar on the point.
They're not. Well, I mean, I guess they can Roar, but that amplification matrix makes life really hard. And Akshon here, that's mostly a defensive barrage, believe it or not. He knows the Gladiators are going to push into this. Solminsu's gotten 1. He's gotten 2 now. And these big tanky bodies can't do much against a hail of rockets and bullets, respectively.
Does Roar stay on the Wrecking Ball? You essentially get them to use 2 ultimates there.
Early sound barrier in this fight. Janu might be sitting up for a big gravitic flux, but doesn't have a target to fire on. Drops down with the accretion, and Akshon gets 2 from the barrage. 3. Is that enough with Janu helping out? I'd say it is. And the drop down of the May here, Hydration on the low ground. He just can't keep things going quickly enough. Big Goose knocked onto the high ground, and that's it. Makes himself more vulnerable to McCree by being up in the air, but Void's dead when he drops here. Yeah, 100%. He's down. Johnny now flanking around, trying to find Big Goose. Just needs a bit of AoE splash from those hyperspheres, but couldn't find the kill. Doesn't really matter, though, because Raw was caught up in that corner. Credit to Shawfall. He did a very good job staying alive, as long as he didn't want to have to get too aggressive here. They want to play safe around his corners. Solminsu, okay, took him a while to realize he was getting hit by Shawfall, but Twilight sets it up with that immortality field before the fight begins. Slime gets the resurrect here. Solminsu, but oh dear! The Titans get run over awfully quick. Kinetic grasp, nom nom nom, thank you very much. Enough shielding for Void to finish the job.
It's a really nice
purely based on old economy. So the Gladiators get aggressive, they come forward, they've already got Akshon! The Titans needed him so badly. They get the coalescence to come through, at least get rid of the enemy Doomfist though, and a Death Blossom from Solminsu yields 1, and then a second after the fact, a Hellfire shotgun's firing away. 3 kills for Solminsu. And he'll get a 4th here. Finally the Titans come up with it, but you better hope they would with all the ultimates they brought in. Not an easy conundrum to fight your way out of. So M-Matrix coming out first. Oh! Beautiful from Hydration, and that's just a flex if I've ever seen one. Drops in on Akshon, gets the barrage kill, and the LA Gladiators, that is quite a solid hold on defense here. Rialto, it's looking real good.
Sominsu's so low, some extra damage that comes down, so they get rid of Shaz's immortality, but Hydration that's coming.
What? No barrage? No problem, says Hydration. He goes for the flank anyway.
But the Batiste out of the question is huge, Mitch.
Just get some kills. They've got to contest the card, and they can't. Oh yeah, the Gladiators have that one figured out from top to bottom. Sound barrier used. Wow. Okay. Titans are going for this one here. Guess they felt they needed it now. It's going to be the drop down for the gravitic flux, and Akshon, the shield was so conveniently placed for him. He just ducks behind Tizzy's barrier and lets the rest of his team finish the fight for him. Brilliant.
So far, we're 3 for 3 on this point. That fade out early. And Taxol comes in. The gravitic flux now in play here from Void.
Axel's dead. He drops down. Void got him. Just enough damage to get him over the line. Very nice look from the Gladiators there, and the Titans still committed. They had players coming back in. They had the coalescence to get something going here, but they haven't even made any progress, and this lets Akshon just do the rounds back and forth through the front line and take attention off Solminsu.
What they were hoping there is that they would
kill. It doesn't, and that's going to make life much harder now as there are no healers to keep the Gladiators alive. Shawfall will drop on. Can he find one? It's tough in these situations, 1v6 to get something going, but that's how these comebacks happen. But today it's not to be, not on that round. not on Night Market.
No, really good play. The Titans opt to take the fight from the right side where the Gladiators go over the bridge and take the point.
Akshon would have fallen off if he actually didn't come forward with that seismic slam, Matt. But he's able to find a kill off the backside at Shore 4. Now it's a trade out, but hey, look, it's 2 for 1 essentially as far as the fight's concerned, and that is the perfect beginning for Vancouver. Look at this coalescence now. 80 in the back. Drops a oh, clever. Tries to drop it down on top of Haxel's there to get a guaranteed kill while there was still an animation for the Doomfist to get out of as he tries to break 3. Doesn't get the kill, but the idea was very good. It'll still finish him later on. Solminsu is down. 50% though going over to Vancouver, so a very nice. Oh, Big Goose did not get many people with that sound barrier at all, Matt. That didn't really come up the way he needed it to at all, whereas Slime gets everybody, at least that was standing. So Solminsu gets to pirouette through the air in the most murderous dance I've seen. And that looks real good for the Vancouver Titans now. The Gladiators, they may get a touch, but it will be very difficult. The sound barrier was so much better for Slime. Here comes the push, it won't be quick enough. And the Titans fire back here. Akshon will need a bit of a top up on healing. Oh, hydration. It was just Tizzy. Burn him down awfully fast. But Akshon does trade out there for sure for. Even though he was healed after he went in. Tizzy does well to stay alive as long as he does, but Big Goose is hungry. He's out for the kills. With a Coalescence coming in a bit earlier, that's going to help the Gladiators push the Titans off. I mean, that Moira ult percent difference is huge there.
Yeah, as you're able to get that Coalescence, you'll take the point first.
So another drop to the ground to get used to that ultimate. But here comes that supercharger. That's what we're afraid of. And hydration is already down. Haxel now gets to it. Tizzy sends him over the edge. I guess, you know, the induction pack for LA Gladiators is trying to
Put down some damage. Hydration got so low.
Oh, they're low. They're so low. But Twilight, it goes down. Big Goose was able to find him. Shaz playing for the back of the cart. They're trying to stay safe and give that healing. Roar and Tizzy are traded out. Gravitic Flux from Void. Does he catch anyone with it? Well, not quite. There was a sound barrier there. Haxel gets hit with a rocket as soon as it comes down, but Janu and Haxel team up. 5 kills between the two of them, and that will do it. That may have been players on the point. Another early capture for them. And just one more part of the map to push through if Hydration can't keep this fight going. He's down early again. Void playing from the high ground as he can. Gets Haxel with the finish, though. He's getting pushed aggressively by Slime. Is Void. Kinetic Grasp will net him a little bit more extra shield. The Titans just keep circling around this payload, using those shields from the Orisa. And it has to be stalled here for the Gladiators. Everything they have, they need to throw it, making this costly for the Titans.
And let's see how the Janu's going to have this Gravitic Flux. They're going to be coming out of the doorways here.
Big Goose has to try. It's going to actually be Raw stepping up to the plate. Solminsu was able to find Big Goose, and Janu's going to go for a big Gravitic Flux to try and end it. No! They've lost Raw over the edge. Slime sends him packing with the boot. And the Vancouver Titans, another step towards glory. They will set themselves.